Hello everyone, myself Brindra Rawat, in front of you with a new topic, that is combustion and flame. And I am your chemistry teacher, so we will discuss about combustion and flame in today's video. Okay, now see here, we are talking about combustion and flame. So in this chapter, before coming to the topic, we are explaining here few activities so that you should be able to understand what is combustion and what is flame. So see here, because we are talking about combustion, so we must know that there are lot of substances are in front of you, all around us. When we are at home, we are outside, we see so many substances, and few of them are, we can say, combustible, and some can be non-combustible. Combustible means that the substances which easily catches fire, and non-combustible substances means those which don't catch fire or they don't burn at all. So now I have written here so many names. Now we can discuss that whether these materials or these substances are combustible or non-combustible. Now if I am coming to the first, that is wood. Our first material is wood, and everybody knows that for making food, we use wood. And so what is this? We can say that wood is combustible. So this is wood is combustible. Now we can say wood is combustible. Now coming to paper, and for paper also you know that paper easily catches fire. So again, paper is also a combustible substance. Now there is iron nails. Now if you take an iron nail and try to burn it, so even if you try harder and harder, you won't be able to burn it. So we can say that iron nails are non-combustible substances. They don't burn or they don't catches fire. Then comes kerosene. Kerosene is an oil. Here we are talking about kerosene oil, and we know that kerosene oil is used for combustion purpose in the stoves, in the for other purpose, for burning purpose we use kerosene oil. So kerosene oil is also a combustible material or substance. Now stone, we know that if you try to burn the stone, it will never catch fire. That means stone is non-combustible. Straw, if a straw is made up of paper, or even if it is made up of plastic, what will happen? If you will burn it, it will easily catch fire if it is made up of paper, and if it is made up of plastic, then it will start melt. So we can say that this is also a combustible substance. Now charcoal. Charcoal means carbon. Carbon means coke, we can say. So charcoal is also a combustible substance because it catches fire easily. So this is also combustible. Then comes matchstick, because matchstick is having sulfur in the point, and it is made up of wood, so it also catches fire easily. So this is also combustible. And glass. Now glass, we know that it is non-combustible. So in this way, we can make a very long list. We can take different materials, and those different materials we can divide them into combustible and non-combustible substances. Now if we have in this table, we have divided the substances into combustible and non-combustible substances. Now what is the reason? That some are combustible and some are non-combustible. So to understand this, we will see this activity here. So what we will do, here we have taken a jar, and this jar is open from the both ends, and inside the jar we have taken one candle, and we have lit this candle. Now we kept this jar on the wooden surface, and on the bottom of the jar we have kept few wooden blocks so that air could easily pass from the bottom side. From here air should pass. Now what we will see, that continuously the candle is burning. Now what we did, now in the same apparatus what we did, we removed these blocks, and as soon as we removed the blocks, the passage of oxygen gas blocked. Now supply of oxygen that was entering from the bottom side immediately stopped, and now this flame is not getting oxygen. So what will happen? This, it will extinguish, and now it will liberate smoke. Now what we will do, we will put one cover lid on the upper surface of the jar, and what we will see, now even the smoke will finish, and there is no smoke, and the candle has stopped burning, is neither giving any smoke. So what does this shows? This shows, because we know that wax is combustible substance. So as long as it was getting oxygen supply, it was burning, and immediately when we stop the supply of oxygen gas, it extinguished. That means for combustion, or all the combustible substances are combustible because they are getting oxygen supply. So this is very important for burning. Now we are coming to the ignition temperature. Here same word, ignition temperature. What is this ignition temperature? Ignition temperature is actually the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire easily. If you are burning here, all the combustible substances you are seeing, whether it is wood, paper, kerosene oil, straw, charcoal or matchstick, if you try to burn them and immediately you pull it out, what will happen? They will not catch fire. Okay, for burning, if you want to burn the wood, you have to keep it in the fire for a certain time, and after that it catches fire. So this is the ignition temperature, means the lowest temperature at which a substance will catch fire. You have to give that much temperature to a substance, only then it will burn, else it will not burn. So to understand it, now ignition temperature, how can we understand? Here there is one activity. What I have done, I have taken, here you can see, 2 paper cups we are taking here, and one paper cap, this is empty, and this paper cap is half filled with water. One is empty and another is filled with water. And now both the cups, paper cups, I have kept on wooden block and wooden table. This is wooden table. And now I have kept one burner and start burning the burner. Okay, now this is the flame. What will happen? What we will see, that as soon as we start burning, the burner will heat the paper cup, and this paper cup, which is without any water, it will immediately catch fire and will convert into ash. But this next second paper cup, what will happen to it? We will see that it is not burning, but instead what is happening? Slowly and slowly the water which is kept inside the paper cup is heating up, and then after certain time it started boiling. So why it happened? Here it is burned, here it is boiling, water is boiling, it is not burning. So this is the reason. ignition temperature, because here paper is getting its ignition temperature easily when we are heating it, because there is no water inside it. So what is happening? This paper cup is immediately catching fire. But in this case, because water is there, so when this burner is producing heat, it is heating the outermost surface of the water, and this heat which is consumed by the paper cup is being utilized to heat the water which is kept inside the paper cup. So whatever heat is being produced, it is not igniting it, it is not giving the ignition temperature to the paper, but instead what is happening? This heat, whatever is being given, is utilizing to heat the water. And then what is happening? As soon as water is getting its ignition temperature, it started boiling, and the paper cup is remaining as it is. So this is all about the ignition temperature. Thank you.